to limit.
Wow, that is really terrible.
To New York, a journalist who travels the country. So we have seen protesters under attack, we have seen people being snatched off our street, and now all of you are at risk. And this is just unacceptable. This assault on our
Give
democracy
her
has got
another
to
mic.
end. And you, all journalists, play such a critical role. And I just want you to know, and I think I could speak on behalf of this crowd, we are all going to fight every day for your ability to tell the truth, for your ability to cover this story and any other story. We have to draw the line in the sand and say we will not allow for the dismantling of our democracy. Thank you very much. Thank you. He is, I consider him a journalist. What all of the journalists here would do who want to cover a story. I am sure that will be covered in a trial. Yeah, everybody here knows Don Lemon. I know sometimes your credentials are questioned. How could you possibly question somebody who is known all around the world, is recognized? Now, I also know that other reporters were arrested as well. I think all of you need to look at who was arrested. Why were they arrested? Why are they targeting certain ones? You just said, I didn't. He just said nobody is questioning the corruption of Donald Trump. Thank you very much. Yes. Well, I think what the administration is trying to accomplish is they're putting all of you on notice. Look out. Because they come for protesters who are protesting peacefully. They come for people who are fruit vendors, working at Home Depot. In Minnesota, they're after Somalis. In other states, they've been going after immigrants. And in some states, including this one here and this city, they've been going after U.S. citizens. We know that the overwhelming majority of people who are caught up in these raids have no criminal history whatsoever. And so now all of you should be on notice. Is this what happens when you cover a controversial event? If you go in to cover a controversial event, is this what's going to happen to you? I hope all of you register the seriousness of this assault on democracy, because if they come for one, they can come for all of us. What do you think about that? Well, I mean, again, we are talking about reporters who are covering a story. There should be a separation between the reporters covering the story and the people who were involved in the protest. I'm not saying they shouldn't have been there. I don't have that information. What I have the information for is what I saw in that courtroom, and it was an embarrassment on the part of the government. Thank you all. Thank you.
The mayor is speaking first, so we're waiting for Don Lemon to come out of the courtroom. So she's out. So we're waiting for him to come out. Now, they have released Georgia Fort. She's been released. And right now, there's a big protest that's been going on in Minneapolis in regards to, I guess it's an anti-ICE protest. So this is in, so they're waiting for him to come out. So he got arrested. If some of you who don't know, he was arrested last night after the Grammys. He attended the Grammys. He was covering that, and they arrested him. So now we're waiting for him to come out. So the mayor has spoken. So what time is he going to come out? So Don Lemon is probably still being arraigned. Now he's expected to speak to the media. So Mayor Bass came out. I guess she was in the courtroom, and so all the reporters are waiting for Don Lemon to come out and speak to the press, his fellow colleagues. Now, Don Lemon is the big name, but he's not the only one that's been arrested. There were others who were arrested. I believe 4 other journalists were arrested. One was a 3-time Emmy Award winning journalist by the name of Georgia Fort. She was arrested as well. And I don't know the identities of the other 2 or 3, but we're waiting for him to come out of the courtroom. So while we wait for him, this is what's been going on. Let's go live inside of, there's a huge protest that's going on right now. So I'm surprised that people are out there like this, but they are out there. They're marching and they're protesting. So that's why our leaders really have to speak on this. This is a protest in Salt Lake City. So there's a huge protest going on there. This is crazy. This is live. This is what's going on now. This is live. This is crazy. Look at all those people out there protesting and marching. This is a lot that's been going on. What do you guys think about all the protesting? You wish I was your mom. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, this is, I don't know. I just was wishing, hoping, believing that 2026 was going to be a phenomenal year for all Americans, and like the way that it jump started, I'm just beginning to be a little bit disappointed in what I've been seeing. You want things to get better. You don't want things to get worse. You think we live in Alabama. And you know what? It was people I was on earlier on a live, and we're waiting for Don Lemon to, they still, I guess, haven't released them yet. But people were from South Africa and they from other parts of the world, and they were calling, they tell me, United States, y'all a bunch of idiots. They like, they're looking at us, and like when you look at the other countries and they seeing how we're protesting, they're not used to seeing this going on inside of America at this level. Probably not since the civil rights movement in the 1960s, when people were fighting for the Civil Rights Act. And like to see this going on like this is like alarming. Like we want to move forward. Yeah, this is all live. We want to move forward as a nation. This is 2026. We have all the technology. We have, everything's available to us and for us. So if you want the truth, this is a helicopter up there taking this live view. So that's all live. So you really want the best for all Americans. And it's just unbelievable, like when you look at what's going on, the condition that we're in, because it seems like we should be so advanced right now, and that we should be better as a nation. And I thought we were getting better, and now I felt like we have taken a nosedive. Like initially I said, okay, oh, we're on the right track, jobs are gonna be coming back, Trump's making deals, with the Saudi Arabia prince, and they told me they want to put $1 trillion in the United States, and Nivea and Hyundai and Taiwan, everybody's doing business in the United States. What is it? Detroit was bringing back the car business here to build here. That's getting rid of electric cars, which they said hurt Elon Musk, because the Biden administration wanted to go green for electric cars and everything, which would have been great for the atmosphere. But Trump came back in and he wanted everybody to be able to have the availability of gas vehicles as well, to allow the Americans to make choices. So I'm kind of stunned. Like it seemed like everything was going pretty well, and then I think it started when that Doge young man got beaten up by some young black kids, and then he got Jeannie Pirro, and then it became more like start targeting people. Then National Guards were sent into different blue states and all of this, and it's been like a lot that's been going on. A lot of federal workers, American workers lost their jobs. Predominantly, a lot of black women lost their jobs once he had taken office, and he was talking about bringing jobs in because he was saying under the Biden administration that the hirees were mostly being non-citizens. So he wanted, hire Americans, and so I expected a really job growth with Americans. That we had high inflation, high interest rates. Your paycheck wasn't keeping up with inflation. Young people couldn't buy houses because of the interest rate. So all these things were like being sold to us that he's a businessman, he's a man of the people, he's a president of peace. He prides himself. He says that he ended like 8 wars. He's a president of peace. But we have turmoil going on inside of Minneapolis, and he's the president of peace. So before we squash up the wars in Ukraine and Russia and Gaza and India and all these other Rwanda and the Congo and all these other places, we have to take care of our own wars. Well, for lack of a better word, we have to take care of what's going on inside of our own country. So you got to take care of home as well. And with this unrest that's going on, and this is like an example that I'll show y'all, people, they have been marching and they're not going to stop marching. And somebody has to have a cool head. Someone has to de-escalate all that's going on out here. You have to de-escalate what's going on, or it's going to continue.
Yep. So as you can see, Rick, we could turn around. Speakers are currently on the other side of this extremely large crowd right now. We're going to try to make our way over there and do it in the safest way possible. But I also want you to hear some of these chants that are being led right now by the protesters in the front. Take a live look right here. You see more and more protesters coming out of the LRT participating in this march as well.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe.
You think I can ask you one question?
Sure.
Rick, and for our viewers out here, I was trying to give our viewers, we're actually live streaming right now, trying to give everyone back home kind of a sense of what it feels like out here. I mean, since you're here, can I ask you just how are you feeling right now?
Very sad, very frustrated, and very, very concerned. Very concerned.
Can I ask why?
We don't see our politicians out here. Where are the Obamas? Where's Kamala? Where are our politicians?
Wow.
Nobody seems to be doing anything. People are dying. I work for a food bank. We can't get food. Between the need in our neighborhoods and the weather has affected it, but we're not even able to get food. It's a dangerous time.
As in you're not able to get food or get food to the people that need it, or they're too scared to even show up at this point.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, a lot of our pantries, we're a distribution point for about 60 to 70 pantries. They're not able to, we have to distribute to them, but we're not getting up, we're not able to order it.
I want to ask you one follow-up question.
Okay, I want to go back to that, but I don't want to miss Don Lemon actually coming out. But that's just to show you like a little example of what's happening in Minnesota, that people are unrest. And she's saying that they're having a hard time getting food to, I didn't know if she was actually talking about Americans or was she talking about non-citizens, that they're scared to go to the food banks. But it was like our federal workers, that there might be a shutdown by 12 a.m. tonight, that the government might shut down, and they're going to need those food pantries once again if the government stays closed for a certain length of time like they did back in December. So we have like other issues that's going on, to me, that we're being distracted from, that concerns American people. Are you guys Republicans or Democrats in here? You know, what are you? Who do you support? Do you support America, like all Americans? Are you just for one party? Do you believe in the First Amendment? Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press. You know, though that's part of the First Amendment. Do you feel as though democracy is being threatened right now when you're arresting journalists? These are like questions and things that as American citizens that we have to take into account. Like, what is it that we want? Do we want journalists, whether we agree with them or not, arrested while they're reporting? Do you think that they should not have entered into the church? Is that the problem? Is that the biggest problem, that they went inside, the protesters went inside the church and the journalists followed them inside the church to report what was going on? Is there some sort of, you know, even ground that they need to be on moving forward as they report? Because you don't want to silence media, you don't want to silence reporters, and you don't want them to silence you. So we have to be careful when we say, oh, Don Lemon, because I'm not a fan of Don Lemon, but I feel as though that he has a right as a reporter to have freedom of press, just like Nick Shirley. He's not even a known journalist, but he had freedom of press. You know, everyone that's out there that reports the news, and they should have freedom of press, whether they're independent or not. So they're setting up. I'm waiting for him to come out. So I'm just talking. They're still waiting for Don. They're going to bump. As soon as he come out, you're going to see massive crowds. Everybody going to be coming together once he shows up. But I don't know if he's talking to his lawyers right now, because they have already released Georgia Ford. She was one of the ones that was arrested. So she's already spoken to the media, but I will show her interview, but I don't want to miss when Don Lemon comes out and speak to everyone. So I don't want to miss that with him coming out and seeing his viewpoint, because I don't know the last time reporters have been arrested for reporting the news. Do you guys know any other time in recent history that reporters have been arrested and actually jailed for reporting the news? Because I don't know anyone else in recent history that have been arrested, for literally arrested for reporting the news. So they're still setting up. They're still waiting for him to come out. I want to show her interview. It's like as soon as I probably try to show something else, he's going to be walking out. And within minutes, they're swarmed, because I want to go to Georgia's interview with the press, with her release. And people had concerns about her arrest, because they went to her house. They was all outside her house looking into her window. She had a 7 and 8-year-old there and a 17-year-old daughter. It was intimidating. It was scary. They arrested her. I believe they said in front of her children. So that's not always great for your children. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, you guys, to Speak the Truth 2.0. So we're waiting for him to come out. The reporters are out there. Karen Bass has already spoken to the media. She spoke about her concerns and how she felt about the situation. So, and she's left. I don't know if she went now to one of these anti-ICE rallies, but so she came out, and now we're waiting for him. He's probably he's probably with his lawyer, and he's being briefed of what he can say, what he can't say, because he can't come out saying anything he wants to, because there's a case against him. So his lawyer is probably giving him some pre-interview direction, what he can say and what he can't say to the media, which he should know a lot because he is the media. But I guess it's different, a big difference when you're the one that's actually being interviewed. Okay. Yeah, so let me. And he's fixing his mic. He's on there. So what I want to do, I'm gonna go to Georgia's interview while we wait for him to come out. See what she had to say to the media during her release. And I was surprised that she had her interview first. But she was released it was like an hour ago that she had spoken. But I'm glad that
And to the media, thank you for standing in solidarity with independent journalists. I know as an independent journalist, I have challenged us to move forward as an industry. But the fact that you guys stood up for me today shows me that we are moving together. And so to all the media who made a statement on behalf of me, thank you so much. As I reflect, as a journalist who has worked in media for more than 17 years, I leave this federal courthouse today with one question. Do we have a constitution? Or not? No, we don't. I should be protected under the First Amendment, just like all of the journalists who I've been advocating for too. I've been advocating for mainstream media journalists who have been brutalized for months. Do we have a constitution? That is the pressing question that should be on the front of everyone's minds. And so to everybody who showed up today, thank you. Please continue to support the other people who are being charged. Obviously, because there's ongoing litigation, there is not much that I can say beyond what I'm saying now. But amplifying the truth, documenting what is happening in our community is not a crime. And the questions that were asked a few weeks ago on a Sunday morning by concerned community members, those questions still need to be answered. And as a journalist, I am committed to continuing to follow the story until their questions are answered. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that's what she had to say. So she's been released. So now it's like, okay, where is he at? When is he going to be? He should be walking out of the courtroom. I expect him to be out any minute now. So she's been released, and I don't know if some of the other ones have been released. Have they been let go? So let's see what he has.
We heard from his lawyer. We did a refreshing of our recollection on what exactly he was involved in, how he traumatized kids, how he made admissions on podcasts, and then got a reaction from Mr. Combe here, who said this is white supremacy and Don Lemon's like a fugitive slave, I guess. Trump has him now doing lawn work at Mar-a-Lago. We heard from the church. Okay, they're happy about justice. Various senators, Chuck Schumer, Jasmine Crockett, and we'll never forget this new love that is blossoming.
Now, he sounds extremely over the top. Over the top. I'm going to leave it like that. But he was really over the top. See, people get into their feelings, and you have men that get so sensitive. I don't know what it is that frightens them so much that they got to behave like that. But it's too much. They're over the top. And I had to get him off before I had to say something about him. Everyone now has a channel and they say whatever. Let's see, this is what's going on. This is the news media out there. So we're all waiting for Don Lemon to come out and make a statement to the media and to the people I guess, of the United States of America, because everyone is out here waiting for him to speak. This is really going to be interesting because I don't think anything like this has happened to a reporter. If you guys can mention or know a reporter or any reporters that, oh, okay, he's out. Woo, he's out now. Here we go. There he is. We got it. All right. Didn't miss it. He said, come get me. They did. Wow, there he is. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe.
Don, over here. Don, over here. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Clear the way to the podium. Thank you. Thank you.
I need sunglasses. How are you?
Funny. I guess he liked gel.
Can everybody hear me? You guys set? Everybody ready? So look, I want to thank everybody for their support. It truly means the world to me. I had no idea what's going on because obviously I haven't seen anything. I have spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all.
All right, he's not taking any questions. Wow, yeah, that's all they allowed him to say. All this did was give him a lot more notoriety. That's what has just happened.
How was my timing on that? Hi, Pete.
I have no idea what's happening with or not.
I'm sorry?
I have no idea what's happening or not.
This new vertical thing, is that going to affect you guys at all?
Well, that's all I guess he could say at this point in time. But now he's the reporter being interviewed, but he didn't take any questions. But there's nothing but media out there. So that would have been great if he could have taken a few questions. But I guess he really has to be careful what he says. But I'm glad that we caught him live so that we could hear what he had to say and what, what's her name? Georgia Fort had to say as far as their arrest. So this is going to continue. So I guess next Trump probably is going to make a comment in regards of him being arrested and released. I know everyone's going to be taking this clip, what he said, and they're going to, upload it, and I'll probably cut it and upload it too. But this is interesting. I'll tell you one thing. We came into this new year. It's a lot. I mean, it's really been a lot. So hopefully things will get better. Hopefully the nation will come together. Hopefully that we can return to be an example for the world. People always want to follow how the United States behave, that we always were the ones of reasoning. We're supposed to be the ones that other people are supposed to look up to, other nations, other countries. And what has happened? It's like we have lost so much respect from around the world. I don't even think they respect Americans like they used to. So when they're cutting on their TVs, they're looking at us shaking their heads. They're like, look at them Americans. What are they doing? Look at them. Look at what's happening over the United States of America. So, this isn't a good look for us. Hopefully we can restore the respect that we once had, around the world, that it doesn't seem like, this is nothing that's great to me. When we're so divided as a nation, this isn't great. This isn't great at all. We have to do better. And we're being watched. See, everybody's thinking it's just for whatever state you live in. Like somebody on here says from Alabama. You got people from all over the world that's on the live, and it's people from all over the world that's watching what's going on. So, we have to do a lot better than what we're doing. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. I want to bring more stories because I do a lot of Trump and his conferences and things like that, because I don't want to hear what the reporters have to say. I want to hear exactly what he's saying or his administration is saying. Then I can formulate my own opinion. So that's important to me. So I'm listening and I'm following so that no one else can come and convince me of what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing according to their own biases. So anyway, this has been great. Thanks you guys for watching Speak the Truth 2.0. Please let's get these likes up. It helps, like a lot of channels, they get super chats and things like that. And I don't think their channel is as great as my channel. And I'm not using a teleprompter, which in the future I will, so it'll be more polished. But I'm authentic. I come to you, raw. It's real. It's not pre-scripted. It's not, just trying to get you to super chat and all of this. But what I do ask, at the very least, it doesn't cost you anything. When you hit the like, that's why people ask. It helps the channel go out to the algorithm. And this way people can find your channel and they can see your content. So that's why you hear content creators who are now considered entrepreneurs, that they ask you to do that. So anyway, I'm glad we got that. I wanted to hear from him. I expected to hear a little bit more, but I guess he was advised by his counsel that was all that he could say at this point, because he does have a pending court case and that the federal government has filed against him. So, you have to watch each and every word, and you have to be careful. So anyway, you guys, thank you. God bless you. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell, because we just popped up. This is like my second live today, and we just pop up. And I don't know, I need some more moderators. I don't know if Indoor or any of my moderators are on right now. But thanks you guys for some of these #1 fans and people that come and they participate. This channel is still new. I've only been doing this like a year, and I'm still learning a lot. And it's a lot to learn, especially when you have a busy life. But we've had over 18 million people that have viewed this channel. So thank you guys. It's really popular. And I thank you to we got over 36,000 subscribers. So thanks guys for supporting us, and continue to support us. We're going to continue to grow together, but we want to stay authentic. That is so important to me, to be real and not to do all the fluff and everything. And because I could just do all Trump, say everything that they want to hear about him, great things, and I probably would, my channel really would blow up. But because I am not beholden to man, I'm beholden to God. It's not about the red and blue. It's about all of us, and for all of us to do well, and for all of us to live a prosperous, healthy life. So that's what I believe in, one nation under God. So anyway, you guys, thanks for joining. Peace out. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys. And leave a comment. What do you think about Don Lemon's arrest? I want to hear from you guys when the stream ends so I can respond. I can't read everything that's on the chat. We be having thousands of people actually in the chat when it ends. So you can't see all of the comments. But if you want to leave a comment, you want a response personally from me, then leave a comment. I will respond to you. Okay? God bless. Peace out.